Good?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey everybody, it's Ken here. I'm with Tim Emerson.
Hi. Hi everyone.
And we have a big announcement. This is the big announcement I've been talking about. We're super excited. As we know, the lighthouse needs saving. Tim, do you want to talk a little bit about the lighthouse and what's going on and why we're trying to raise this seed money?
Actually, well, we can talk about the lighthouse first. I think it's important to save because of the historical landmarks and a reminder of our past so we can move forward to the future. And in that vein, then that's a really important structure to preserve. The issue is, of course, always money and engineering and all that stuff that it takes to organize this thing. So right now, every journey of 1,000,000 miles starts with one step. So this is going to be our first step. We have it organized here now to try to initiate some response from the public and from municipal office, I hope. And if we can raise enough money so that we can complete the engineering study and some analysis so that we can make a plan for how much the restoration is going to cost and what options we choose, and get ready for the next round of elections in case there's announcements for grants and funding to restore the lighthouse. So this has to be shovel ready. It's struggling now with our budgetary cuts and some rather large expenses. So if we can raise enough money to get the engineering and everything complete, so we're shovel ready for any grants that come along, that will be our first step in a goal to restore the lighthouse.
And what you're talking about with the elections looming, we have a provincial on the horizon, we have a federal that could actually happen anytime. And during election times, there's a lot of money available for grants, and that's what we're hoping for, right? To have this lighthouse, have it engineered, have all the preliminary work done, and so we can just apply for a grant and be ready to go. And so there was not very much work and not very much happening as far as funds being done. I know they took a little money out of the dredging.
Yeah, renamed the dredging fund because we actually don't own the body of water in Port Burwell. The municipality doesn't, so we took that fund and directed it for assets we do own, which is the lighthouse, and that is the seed money to start the journey.
So when we were talking, we were thinking of ways and things we could do to start generating money. So what we did is we put together a concert series. It's the Save the Lighthouse concert series, as you can see by the poster here. The first concert is coming up soon. Get your tickets. The first 4 concerts are going to be in the location we're at now, which is the Church of Perpetual Faith and Music. And it's limited seating here. There's only 150 tickets sold for each of the shows here. So as the tickets come on sale, grab your ticket while you can, because they're going to go quickly. Go ahead, tell us about the first show, Tim.
First show is actually a local combination of bands. We're both semi-local. Most of the band members grew up in this area. I'm in the opening act. We'll be playing some original songs for the upcoming CD and a few classics. And then my good friends from Kitchener, who are formerly from Elmer, will be stepping in to finish off the night. And maybe I might appear at the end of their session to play a few songs that we used to do years ago.
So your band is Space Tripper, right?
That's right.
And then their band is called? Stubbly Monkey?
Yeah.
All right. Well, that should be fun. So, rock and roll, good times?
Yeah, rock and roll classics. I know my friends in the later act, it's more of a classic rock act. Ours is hybrid between our style of music, which I don't even know what it is, and well, it's not country. It's not really country, rock, no. And I don't know really what it is, but it is. Lots of people in the area have asked to see my good friend Bert and JD and Dean and us play locally in Port Burwell and Vienna, so here's the opportunity. you can see what we all do in our spare time.
Tim's being humble. Space Tripper is a great band. I've had the opportunity to see them, and they're a lot of fun. Dean singing, Kevin, the whole bunch. They're a great band and great to see. So that's on Friday, May 24th. The second show is Friday, June 28th. One of the most biggest selling albums of all time was an album called Rumors by Fleetwood Mac. It sold about 40 million copies. Next year is actually the 50th anniversary of that album. And when you have an album like that with staying power that has been around for 50 years, and the band has been around a little longer, you know the music is good and everybody loves Fleetwood Mac. So on Friday, June 28th, we have Sweetwood Mac coming in. They're a tribute to Fleetwood Mac and Stevie Nicks, some Stevie Nicks solo stuff. Jennifer's the Stevie Nicks person, who's just a wonderful person. So again, that's here at the church, 150 tickets only, and tickets for that event will be 25. All the concerts here at the church, plus the last one, which we'll talk about, fully licensed event. We'll have a bar set up, and yeah, we'll be good to go.
That's right. And this will be, because of the 50 years that we're talking about, these will be all ages. We don't care. We just have to have the spirit of having fun and trying to do some good for the community. I even have a good supply of earplugs for those. So we should all be able to get along at whatever volumes that you decide is appropriate for
Yeah, there we go. The third concert, we had to move to a Thursday, and rather than a Friday. And the thing is, because we're bringing Sarah Smith in and the entire band, some of you know I play with Sarah, really wanted to bring Sarah back here. She has a kind of a tie to the community now. She 3 of her music videos we did here. Yep. We did Here Comes the Rain Again down at the pier on the coldest day of the year in 2018, I think. It was just terrible. It was so cold, Tim. It was just unbelievably cold. So Here Comes the Rain Again. And then we did Rich Girl at the end of Pitt Street. And most recently here in the church, people were invited to it. And we did I Will Always Love You. So 3 of the videos were done right here in the community for Sarah. Sarah lives in BC. In the summer, she's here. And we do extensive tours. She is busy every day of the week. We are busy every day of the week. So it's great. She changed a couple things and she's able to play here. So we're excited. We're excited to play here. So that will sell out quickly as well. $20 ticket for that event. Who's in fourth there, Tim?
Well, it's Atkinson Brothers, and you have the biggest tie to them in the area. They've played quite often in Port Burrell. I've watched you play with them, and I've watched them play over the years. A fantastic, is it fiddle or violin?
Yeah,
he likes awesome guitar player.
Paulie Atkinson, yeah. Paul's played with a band called Her and the Other Guys. We used to play Aunt Tammy's, and Paul would sit in with us and play. Big favorite. And his whole family is really a musical family. So it's the Atkinson Brothers band that's going to be here. 5-piece band. They're going to rock your socks off. They're a good bunch of guys.
Yep,
so,
I agree.
Now the 5th show, Tim.
Well, the 5th show is still in planning. We're going to move the 5th show excuse me, to more of an all-day event up to the Lions Hall up top of the hill here in Vienna, so we can have seating. It's going to be, I think we're going to start try to source as many local bands as we can and make an all-day event or noon on event, I don't know, 11 on. Maybe we're going to start it with country and then moving into rock. We haven't quite figured out who the final act's going to be. But it'll be fun. I think we're going to see whatever area local bands that we can have for a showcase, basically, of local talent.
That's exactly right. It is a showcase. It's going to start out with a bunch of different bands, and then as the evening part comes on, it's going to transition into a typical dance. So you'll hear some country, you'll hear some rock. We have bands joining bands, and we're going to have just a real special extravaganza of musicians on stage for that. We're also not telling everything about that because we want to make that event special. But it will be at the Vienna Lions Center because we do want dancing. We're encouraging dancing for that show.
Right, and since we're gonna gradually change the tone and the style of music throughout the day, there will be something there for everybody. You can drift in and out as you please, and enjoy whatever style of entertainment you like.
That's right. So we've put together these 5 shows in hopes that first of all, it's something for the community too. You know, the more that happens with the community and the bunch, we're having a great time doing the trivia. I know the Playhouse has announced their lineup. There's so much in this active community. It's just great. But then on the other side, we are raising money for the Lighthouse. And one of the other things that we're doing, and it's going to come out later, there's going to be a Save the Lighthouse lager in a special can dedicated to Port Burwell and our project that we're doing. So we're trying to do many things to create community and as well help the Lighthouse out.
That's exactly it. We can step back a little bit and talk about this church. And my wife, Tammy, and myself and Ken have started a nonprofit to use this church to raise money for local charities. We figured that this is the one local that's the most need. If you can go, and why we call it the Church of Perpetual Faith in Music is because even in the beginning of time, while people were warring and tribal, we could be able to communicate with music, and we've been able to come together as people through the simple rhythms, drum rhythms, whatever, and it's in our DNA. So I figure if we start this organization and we have a little fun with some music, we can take care of that and pull the community together and raise funds. The 3 of us, which is the initial reason why we bought this church. When we move forward, if this is a success, we'll have shows throughout the year and raise money for local charities like Nameless, etc., whatever we need for community service. So this is the whole concept behind this venture, and this is the first project in a series of projects, I hope. And, a little test case to see if we can really pull together as a community and raise some money and help each other out. And so this first step, I hope, initiates and inspires other people to step up and think of their own things that they can do to help preserve the Lighthouse or whatever other community needs we may have in the future.
Great. So tickets will go on sale soon. They'll be on Eventbrite, and all the details will be posted on the normal Facebook sites, so you can find them. And that's it. That's the big announcement. Save the Lighthouse, be the beacon, and let's do something great for the community. Thanks.
Thank you.